Bonjour and welcome back. Day 3 in Pondicherry, and this is where things started getting interesting. From Auroville to a stolen apple pie. Yes, actually. And a few things we really wish we knew earlier. Here's everything that went down. And trust me, not everything went as planned. Stay tuned until the end because I will share a few tips and tricks so you don't make the same mistakes that we did. We started the day with a fresh coffee at Cafe Express in French Colony and then headed about 12 kilometers north to a place that feels like a different planet altogether. I'm talking about Auroville, an international experimental township in Tamil Nadu built on the dream of human unity. If you missed part 1 of this video, that's where the trip started. Auroville, also known as the City of Dawn, is not yet another tourist spot. It was started in 1968 as an experiment in human unity without the divisions of nationality or religion. When it was founded, people from across the world brought soil from their hometowns and mixed it together here, symbolizing unity. What's crazy is, this whole area used to be a barren land, which is very hard to believe when you see it now. But that was only possible because over the last 50 years, residents here planted over 3 million trees, turning it into the lush green forest that we enjoy today. People actually spend days here just slowing down and disconnecting from the city life. And if you have some time, there are workshops for everything from pottery to organic farming. I'd highly recommend checking their official website to see what workshops are running when you visit. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when you say Auroville is the Matrimandir. And honestly, this is what most people come for. It's a stunning golden sphere that serves as a spiritual heart of the community, a place for silent concentration. The outside is covered in 1,415 gold leaf discs, and it took more than 35 years to be fully completed. But here's the catch. It's not a walk-in tourist attraction. To go inside the inner chamber, you need to book at least 5 to 7 days in advance because spots fill up incredibly fast. We didn't manage to get a booking for the inner chamber, and while there is a viewing point open to visitors, we personally decided to skip it. It's a bit of a walk just to view the dome from a distance, and with limited time, we chose to explore other parts of Auroville instead. But a lot of people do visit it for the experience, so it really depends on what you're looking for. If you are planning to go to the inner chamber though, here are the basics you should know. Book in advance, reach on time, carry ID, and be ready to follow strict rules like no phones and complete silence mode. I've made a quick guide on how to book this properly. Link is in the video and description if you don't want to mess it up like we did. But you know what? Auroville is not just about silence and meditation. The next place we went to was the exact opposite. We visited the Svaram showroom and Sound Garden and were just blown away. We started with the showroom, which is an official store where you can buy any of the handcrafted instruments. It's a small room echoing with so many wonderful sounds, and it has free entry. Next, we went to the Sound Garden where the real magic happens. Think of it as a musical playground for adults. It's a garden filled with giant outdoor instruments made of stone, wood, and metal. Honestly, this ended up being one of the most fun things that we did here. Few things to keep in mind. The entry cost is about $150. A guide walks you through the instruments, plays them for you, and then gives you time to experiment on your own. You will need about an hour to explore the whole place. And big reality check, the place is closed for lunch from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. We went without checking the time and had to wait for quite a bit. So plan accordingly and don't repeat our mistakes. After this, we hit the OG Auroville Bakery. We heard so much about this place, so expectations were naturally high. But unfortunately, we went late and by then pretty much everything was sold out. Again, learn from our mistakes. It's best to visit the bakery before 1 pm. And here's something nobody tells you. Auroville Bakery actually has 2 branches. One is only for residents. The security guy literally asked us to leave when we went there. Check for the reviews before setting your location or else you will have to travel a lot like we did. This wasted a lot of our time. We are now at Auroville Bakery, the one that is not for residents and welcomes tourists as well. And it's divided into 2 parts. There's a cafe and a restaurant. The cafe closes around 1 o'clock, so you don't get a lot of items. We tried a vegan apple pie, which is quite nice. And we are now going to the restaurant where we are ordering food because we didn't have anything since morning. By this point, things were already not going our way. We finally managed to grab the last apple pie, sat down, stepped away for literally 1 minute, and a crow just swooped in, took the pie and flew away. I am not even joking. At this point, it genuinely felt personal. After this, we rushed back to Rock Beach to go to the Lighthouse, hoping at least one thing would go right. But that became an even bigger tragedy, which I have shared in another video. By evening, we decided to just chill at the beach and enjoy the sunset. But can things really go that smoothly for us? Well, it's like after burning us for an entire day, somehow at the time of sunset, the sun has decided to vanish. We enjoyed the sea for a bit, walked around Rock Beach, bought a few souvenirs at the Aura Experience store. You should really check this out if you get time. And called it a day after a decent dinner at Ante Kitchen. This is day 4 and attempt God knows how many of trying to catch the sun in Pondicherry. On our last day, we were determined to end the trip on a high note, at least catch that sunrise. So we went to Rock Beach to get a glimpse of the sun. Initially our plan was to go to another beach, but we didn't want to risk anything. At 6 am itself, the place was bustling with activity. So many people on their morning walks and jogs. I think this is some kind of a prank. I think the nature is against us. For sunrise, which is supposed to happen at 6 o'clock, there is no sun. There is no sun during sunset. There is no sun during sunrise. But it's hot every day, every minute of the day. So where is the sun and why? Why is the universe doing this to us? We literally woke up for this and came rushing. At least now you should reward us with the sun.
Also, look at her. She looks so cute. Look at that.
I think that right there is where the sun is probably struggling to come up from that point. I still have some hope because I want to believe that our effort will not go waste and that Pondi will come through at least once.
After waiting for an hour at Rock Beach, we went to Serenity Beach to try our luck. Guys, it's official. Pondi hates us and the universe does not want us to be in Pondi. We have now arrived at what beach is it? Serenity Beach. In yet another attempt to actually see the sunrise. And there's also a sunrise point in that corner. And we went halfway there and realized it was not worth it because the sun's not out even over here. So kya hi kar lenge after going there. And I'm not even a morning person. Despite that, I'm here.
And then she'll fight with me because I'm not a night person.
But I'm still here after 3 hours of bad sleep. For what? Like seriously, for what? For this? The beach was actually very dirty. So much garbage littered everywhere. Plastic packets, glass bottles and whatnot. We even saw a few people washing their clothes in the water. This was not what we expected at all. But it is a good spot for pictures though, I'll give you that. After almost another hour, the sun came up like a mirpatiga, literally for 5 minutes, and went back into hiding again. At this point, we just gave up and went to have breakfast at Bread and Chocolate. For the first time in 4 days, we had authentic French food and it was amazing. We really loved the food at this place. They had some pretty good vegetarian choices and this finally felt worth it. I don't feel the chocolate there. And the top layer kind of feels like...
Kind of feels like?
With a wonderful breakfast, we wrapped up our trip to Pondicherry. Before you plan your trip, here are a few things we learned the hard way. Start your day early because most cafes and bakeries either close or sell out by afternoon. Always check timings and exact location before heading anywhere. We wasted time at multiple places just because we didn't. If you're visiting Auroville, a bike makes life so much easier. It's way bigger than it looks. And most importantly, plan your Matrimandir visit in advance. Don't leave it for last minute like we did. Dress modestly. It's also going to be hot, so the better option is to be as covered as possible. Make sure the lighthouse is open for public visit before going there. You can either find out in person or call the number mentioned in description. So Pondicherry was interesting. It's a very pretty place if you want to take pictures. The cafes have nice walls. The villas look pretty from the outside. And if you have a lot of money, then that's also great. But if you are a picky vegetarian and if you are bad on luck from the universe, you might want to reconsider. But I mean, up to you. But either way, yay Pondicherry. First trip in 11 years. So at least yay about that.
People after this video are going to start questioning our friendship.
I am questioning it myself right now.
You can't say such things.
So this is it for part 2 of my 72 hours Pondi itinerary. If you found the tips in this video helpful or if you have a favorite spot I missed, let me know in the comments. And if your trip to Pondicherry went differently, I would love to know. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the series and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure. Until next time, keep exploring and keep vibing. Toodles!